Take one hostile desert, insert 8 young adventurers, and bake in 40-degree heat for 3 weeks. It's a recipe for tension, trauma, and triumph. Every night the team get the chance to let off steam in a video diary, giving us the chance to find out what's really going down in the desert. After a week in the desert, the 8 adventurers were pretty exhausted. The final challenge of their trip, a grueling 50-mile desert trek, was still to come. But before that, they got a unique chance to visit a game reserve called Ongava, where they helped dart and tag a herd of white rhinos. It was an amazing day for everyone, especially for Ellie, who got to go in the helicopter as a birthday treat.
Really, really amazing.
Today has just been the most incredible day ever. I mean, like, seriously incredible. Best day of my life. We went in the helicopter and it was so cool because it was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm never going to do that again. And it was just like, I was completely, like, speechless. I couldn't say anything. Like, on the ground they were like, how are you feeling? And I was just like, amazing.
The skin is so tough. It's like, wow. Because you never get to see that at all. And there's a vet in it and it darts it. And then you get to go in and inject it and take measurements and take its temperature and drill its horn.
You put it in the thermometer up and bam.
Suddenly hits you that you've done something that no one ever gets to do, ever. And, like, how lucky I am, how lucky everyone is, all the gang, how lucky they are to be here.
But some of the team weren't feeling particularly lucky when expedition leader Emma introduced them to an extreme survival technique in preparation for their main trek.
So we're just going to have a go at seeing how we can drink our own urine.
No!
Oh, no.
Oh,
This backed up my idea.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, she said to us, okay guys, I want you to try and pee into the bottle. And I was like, yeah, no. Why? Because we were going to distill it and drink it. Hello? Who drinks their own urine or urine? Nobody. Why? Sick, yes.
The team didn't actually drink their own urine, which could be dangerous, but used a special system of evaporation to create clean drinking water.
Very, very carefully unveil your bottles.
Yay!
Don't lift them up.
And then went back to taste it. And everyone picked them up really gently, yeah? I picked mine up, or someone called me, and I turned round and I spilled it. I didn't notice though.
Dave, you getting an ace?
This will quench your thirst when you're in the middle of the desert. That is just revolting, that is.
What does it taste like?
Urine.
One of the worst experiences I've ever had to date. It was really disgusting. Really quite disgusting.
There is an art to open them, you do have to be really careful.
That evening, the day's experiences were soon overtaken by conflicts in camp. There was the opportunity to spend the night in a luxury tent. The catch was, the group had to vote on who went.
Clean sheets, folded towels, and a luxury a la carte breakfast tomorrow morning.
Whoever gets
Right, okay, so...
Chris broke ranks with the boys and decided Amy deserved his vote, meaning she got to go along with Holly.
Holly. I'm Holly.
I can't believe you, Chris!
The boys are they're really upset. They've been cursing us and everything, and it's not our fault everyone chose Amy. And they've been so mean to poor Chris because they're saying, oh, he's a traitor, he chose a girl over a boy and all that macho rubbish. The boys were kicking off, they haven't had any treats, which I feel a bit sorry for them, because all us girls have had, like, a surprise, but the boys haven't. So David's punched himself in the face, and Perry is running around in the sarong.
I just punched myself in the face. Yep. Punched myself in the face. Kinda hurts.
Chris voted for Amy, so Amy gets the gun instead of me. Chris
Chris is a traitor. He's a traitor. Traitor, traitor, traitor. That's all you can say on the subject is a traitor. And I'm not going to speak to him for maybe several days, weeks. He's just. I don't think he can redeem himself from this one. There's no turning back now. He's gone way past the line. He voted for Amy. Just breathe. See, this is when I punched myself last time and it really hurt, so I don't want to do it again.
I want to live here.
This is quite scarily nice.
Wow. Luxury is not the word. It's just amazing. I feel kind of like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm too dirty and smelly to be here, and oh, it was brilliant because the group voted for me to come here, which was just so nice.
One of the lads could have been sleeping in a 5-star hotel thing tonight. But oh no.
Amy does not deserve that at all. It's a joke. Absolute disgrace, I swear. They've lost their mind, I swear.
Me and Dave's been working our butts off for nothing. This has just been probably the most stressful day.
So unfair!
It was the whole group's last night in the relative comfort of Ungava. The next day, they would start what would be the hardest trek of their lives through open desert. Knowing how difficult it would be, there were mixed feelings in the group.
I'm excited, but worried. Worried because I know people in the group are quite slow. Not just slow us up. And I can't walk slow. I hate slow walkers.
We're just walking in the heat, and I'm really not looking forward to that. Because it's going to be so hard.
I'd like to emerge as a leader in the group on this expedition. Because I'm not going to put up with navigating that takes 4 hours to do when it could take 10 seconds.
I'm really worried about the trekking because I think we're all going to find it really, really hard.
So I'm going to do it myself from now on and shout at them because I know I'm right most of the time. Because they ain't very bright up here.
Next morning, a nervous and bleary-eyed group packed up and headed out into the desert. From this point on, their mission was to search for desert rhino and record details about them for the charity Save the Rhino Trust. Their information would be crucial in the fight against poachers and disease. They ventured deep into the desert and prepared themselves for living out in the wilderness. As they made camp for the night, local trackers warned them to be on guard as lions were roaming the area.
A lion kept them up from 2 o'clock till 7 this morning, roaring, and it was like, there's a man who studies lions in this area and said this is one of the best parts in Africa for lions. It's like one of the best to see them, but in the other hand it's like the worst place. So I'm starting to get really scared, because if I end up going sleepwalking, I'll end up going straight into one of the jaws of them.
Everyone's like, oh, I'm sleeping in the inside, I'm sleeping in the inside, because just in case you come, you turn around and there's a lion in front of you, that would be scary, boy.
Have to be very, very careful. So I'm doing an Ellie tonight. I'm sitting here sort of going, oh, what's going on?
There were some really loud lion roars quite close, and I didn't think I'd be scared, but I'm actually really quite nervous about tonight.
Even though the Serious Desert production team were nearby and marksmen were on hand, Promise didn't feel very relaxed recording her video diary.
Okay, Audrey, can you hear that? Audrey? What is it? I don't know. The jackal. It's coming down here as well. Right now, behind me, I can hear a jackal. See, that's most of the things that make me want to go home, because of these mad, crazy, wild animals. Well, they're nice looking at them, but when you're inside a car, not when you're outside and you could be right next to them, you don't know where they are, you can hear them.
And on their first night out in the wild, the desert threw up some surprise conditions.
Today is freezing cold and it's night, but today, oh, I'm shaking.
As you can tell, it's absolutely freezing here. It's colder than, oh, keep getting shivered. It's colder than you'd believe. It's really, really bad. I just really wish it was back in a burning heat again to this. It's gonna get colder. It's just gonna get colder, and we have to sleep in it and stuff. And I'm gonna freeze. I'm physically gonna freeze. It's mean.
I've got a thermal on, plus a fleece, and I need to get my rain jacket on because it's absolutely freezing.
David and Chris were more worried about the daily routine, camped out in the wild with everything they needed for a week's trekking.
It's going to be such monotonous hard work putting up these shelters, which hasn't been too hard tonight. We've got to put them up and take them down every night. Also, the worst job I think is going to be packing the camels, because it takes ages. I went to bed tonight, we could have just all slept in the one shelter, which is like pull here, flat down, flat down. Don't understand that. The wind and rain will get in from every angle. I don't get that at all. Find that a bit stupid. Plus we just emptied the whole everything out. Then we're gonna pack half of it back in, and probably have to empty it again. Can't be bothered with that. I won't go to bed. I can tell the next few days are gonna be a nightmare.
The following day, the team covered around 8 miles in search of rhino, but they weren't working well as a team, with different people wanting to go at different speeds.
Perry annoyed me a bit today because he said the only way we're not going to get to Ocean is if me and Martin are in front. He just says we're not going to get to Ocean because me and Martin are here. I'll be the first to admit that I'm not particularly, I'm one of the weakest here in terms of fitness. That's our word, because it's not fair. Because we do go ahead, we go in the front because we're the slowest, but still we have to stop for other people, so we're not like the slowest people in the world. I think I'm just going to try my hardest, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Their head's going to be bigger, they're going to blow them. I'm not even going to be able to fit in the shelter, because that's how big their heads are at the moment.
All the girls know that the tortoise wins the race. Because the boys, like, while we were building the camel enclosure, they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to shovel this out, build a trench, girls, hurry up, hurry up. And we'd be calmly and slowly and, like, effectively doing our work. But no, the boys had to dig and dig and dig and dig and, like, use up all their energy. And then they'd, like, collapse and be like, we're dehydrated. And we're like, yeah, whatever. And so the girls basically did, like, most of the work. Okay, I can't say that the girls did most of the work on the camel enclosure because everyone did loads and loads of work. But we would work throughout the day and the boys would collapse halfway through. And so we know, all the girls know, that we are going to be going on strong through the desert, and the boys are going to collapse because they'll be like, yeah, come on, walk faster, walk faster, walk faster. And then they'll be the ones who hurt themselves and collapse because they're like completely worn out. So, watch this space because I'm right. All the girls are right.
Ellie's suggestion to slow down the pace was good advice. The distances covered by the group each day were already starting to take their toll.
My feet are really hurting. They're absolutely covered in blisters.
I have blisters the size of like a molehill. My knees and my back were really caning me. My knees are just killing me so badly. My legs were killing me.
And the soles of my feet are hurting.
And I couldn't even walk. Dave had to pick me up. And my feet are like really sore.
And it's just really, really random. You had to walk all day.
Yeah, and it's only, the second day of trekking.
Emma, hold on, he's still weird.
The camels carrying all the equipment also found the trek difficult, and the group had trouble controlling them.
The camels have been crazy today. Like, psychopathic one. It's like, kicked Amy, kicked David, tried to kill me and Perry, destroyed the water bottle. Such a nightmare.
Just don't start on the camels.
He got kicked out the bum by Anton. You booed him up the bum.
He got kicked out of the bay.
by a camel. Anton went a bit cuckoo and kicked him up the bay.
I got kicked in the bum by Anton, and that really did hurt, and I had a bruise on my hip all day.
I thought he was crying.
Anton swung around, bit me in the arm, yeah. I let go, he went up, and he had all the stuff on him, and the big sadders went and fell.
The scary thing, it really was, because they're kicking and bucking and not nice at all.
Rather carry my bags myself, to be brutally honest.
The team were now under real pressure. After 2 days of tracking, they'd only found a few footprints. If they were to complete their mission, they needed to find Rhino, and fast.
Apparently, the desert rhinos here can walk up to 20 to 30 kilometres in a night, and if it does, then we could be following it for some time. And we might not make it to the dunes if we have to do that. But we've got to track, and finding a rhino is our priority. So that's what we need to do.
They carried on tirelessly, and although they came across some more clues...
Tell us what you think.
I think this is quite recent. Really wet.
The trail didn't lead to a rhino. Lack of success mixed with the tough conditions was causing low morale in camp.
We're all tired and temperature high.
This is the first and last time you ever catch a city girl like me that hops on a bus to practically go everywhere, yeah? Good! Your breath stinks, good! Walk across Africa, walk across a blooming desert, yeah? Never again.
Everything kind of in the camp is a bit stressful because everyone's kind of expecting things to be done, so it's kind of like, what are we having for supper tonight? Where's this? Where's that? Ellie, where are we putting up the tent? And it's kind of like, make your own decisions, you know. I'm not the only one who makes the decisions. We're supposed to be like a group who can like work together and stuff, and I know as much as they do.
For the past few days, Amy had been finding it hard to relax around camp and felt the need to organise everything. It was annoying the boys, and Amy was feeling the pressure.
I think I've put taking years of my life stressing, just, you know, stressing that we wouldn't get the camel enclosure finished, stressing because people are being disorganised, people are stressing Bruce and Emma, just stressing in general, which has annoyed the life out of me because usually I'm not a stressed person, I just take everything in my stride, but here I've only, you know, because it's such extreme things, I've been able to take most of it in my stride, but there's other times the stress just completely got to me.
Amy again today was being annoying. Back to her usual self, I knew it would happen.
But she's been a proper moment today, proper head banger. She just bashed me head all day. She passed it in a really bad headache.
I don't want to end up being the bossy organised one again, but I know that if we don't get our act together and get organised, then we're not going to make it, or we're going to run into serious trouble.
Amy's situation got worse when she became dehydrated during the day's trekking. The troubles of camp life coupled with feeling ill finally proved too much.
It's going to be a very short entry because I feel terrible. I just feel sick. Not well, just got a really bad headache. I'm so tired I could sleep anywhere. Really good. It's a bit daft. I've been walking all day and didn't tire me out too much, but I got really dehydrated, and then I managed to drink a load and whatever else. Felt better for a wee while, but it's back again. And I think it's now more like tiredness and lack of food and everything. Just general. I just want to go to bed. I want to go home actually.
With only a week to go, Amy wasn't the only person thinking of home.
I'm looking forward to going home because I'm missing my family, my little brothers and stuff. My dog, Scrappy, I'm missing.
I'm missing quite a bit, and I didn't think I would.
Sometimes it feels like it's taking forever to get the 3 weeks over with. Like today it felt like it was... We're putting our tents up. Today it felt like it was like quite short, the 3 weeks has gone fast. But like tomorrow or something, if I'm not enjoying it, I feel like it's taken like 3 years or something like that. So I'm getting a bit into it. I really can't wait till I get home.
I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, oh, I want to see my family. We've stayed here for long enough, and I'm feeling like, oh, we've made such good friends. Like, this is my little family now. I feel so we're so close. It's like everyone just looks out for everyone. It's so heavy. It's heavy. But then again, I'm thinking, oh, it's enough now. I think it's time to go home.
It's quite hard, so it makes me just sort of feel that I'd rather be at home than here. Which is the same problem during the day. Like when we're walking when it's really hot, but then in the evening and the morning I really love it here. But hopefully once I get used to trekking every day, getting up early, trying to put up camp in the dark, things will get better. But if not, it's going to be really hard, and I'm just going to start getting even more homesick than I am now.
But Martin's mood was about to change for the better. Every day the group linked up live via portable satellite with the CBBC programme Exchange, and they had a surprise in store for him.
Hello Martin, are you there?
Hi!
How are you?
I'm not too bad. We've had a really hard trek today, and everyone's feet are hurting and we're getting blisters.
Are you missing anything, Martin?
Well, it's quite hard not having sort of what I'm used to, like going home and having a shower and things like that.
What about your family that have joined me right here, right now? Your mum, your dad and your sister Carly.
Hi!
Oh, what are you going to say, Mum?
Martin, I really need to know what the toilet situation is like. Are you really having to poo in glass jars?
Are you sure you want to know?
Yes! Tell us!
I do.
We actually have to dig a pit in the floor and then do the business.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, do you know what? Your mum, your dad and your sister have told me that they're missing you terribly, and we'll be catching up with you very soon. Good luck, yeah, and see you soon. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm all shaky. Oh, that was a shock. Oh. Get up.
A much happier Martin broke his news to the team.
My mum and dad were there.
Where?
Yeah, on Exchange.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool, what did they say?
They was just sort of asking what I've done, really. It was a shock.
I want them to live this experience with me, because it's something that I'll never forget. I'm just having the most amazing experience of my life, and I know that when I get home I just won't be able to explain to them how brilliant but how hard it has been.
With the mood improved in camp, the team now face their toughest challenge yet. They've only 4 days left and need to start making their way out of the desert, crossing the infamous sand dunes of the Skeleton Coast. But before they go anywhere, they still need to find some rhino.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, Perry decided to get stressed. I don't think we're going to see a rhino. Today was actually the best day of my life.
Promise Campbell does not know what to say.
I'll never forget this. It's been absolutely amazing.